Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another part of this series with Tottenham Hotspur, where we are getting to the end of another season. We did have a good time last time that we recorded, although we managed to lose both games, so it's odd that it was a good time, but we did manage to get through against Manchester City in the Champions League. We won the first leg 5-1 at home and lost 5-2 away from home. An 83rd minute goal from David Neres, finally bringing us the relief and confidence to know that we were going through. But then against Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final, we did lose 2-0. Jean-Christophe Bonny getting both goals in that game and just dumping us out quite unceremoniously, but it's not the end of the world. It's disappointing to lose out on another piece of silverware, but we're still in the hunt for the Premier League and the Champions League. Now, the problem we have is Chelsea are our first opponents today. They beat us in the EFL Cup final, they beat us in the FA Cup semi-final, and they could beat us to the Premier League title. If we have a little look at the league table, you'll see that our big win over Southampton towards the bottom end of the table with a complete changed 11 helped give us a 1-point lead at the top with a game in hand. So if we win that game in hand, we go 4 points clear with 4 games to go. You think we look pretty good. But Chelsea are a very good team. If we lose to them, they close that gap down. It looks a lot tighter. We are lucky that Man City beat Chelsea in their last game, which meant that they managed to overtake Chelsea and hold Chelsea back, because we could have been going into this game in a situation where they were also on 75 points, and if they beat us, they go 3 points clear, and our game in hand would have to be won. But we are starting to get a little bit better on the goal difference with some big wins, and that's helping us just be a little bit more confident if it does finish level on points. But at the end of or after the end of the last episode, we did manage to beat Southampton 5-0. It was a completely changed 11, and the best news was that Omar Jana was back in the team after a long layoff, about 7 months with injuries, missed pretty much the entire season since we signed him. But Kenner there put the ball across, and Xerxes, who gets a hat-trick today, showing that he's still willing to fight for his place in the club. The second goal, a little bit of a melee at the corner, and it was a goal stuck in by Kenner. Xerxes then had the penalty. Greenwood on the run teed up Xerxes, who did well. Beautiful finish across the front of the goalkeeper for that hat-trick. And then a little bit later, just under an hour on the clock, Greenwood steals the ball, runs in and gets his own goal to make it 5-0. And that's how blessed we are with strikers in this club. Xerxes, Jenner, Greenwood, Andre even in the team, and then you've got Esposito and Kane on top of that. It's a real strike force to be reckoned with, and we need to make the most of that today against Chelsea. Now, there's a little bit of a question of who we play out in this advanced forward role. At the moment I've got Butman in there, but we do have other options. Greenwood needs to play on the right, really, I think. Fatty out on the left, but Greenwood could do a really good job in that advanced forward role. Kane's still got a bit of an injury, but Xerxes been playing so well. I think I'm going to have to play Xerxes in there. He got a hat-trick in the last game. I think he deserves to play in this one. So he'll be joining Esposito up top. Fatty and Greenwood take the wing positions with Bellingham and Daniel in the middle. Then it's Gonçalves, Kenner, Diaz and Cesal in defence with Onana in goal. So that should be a real challenge for this Chelsea team. This isn't a must-win game for us. It is a must-win game for them. And thankfully, they've left Bonny, who scored 2 against us, on the bench for this one. So Sancho moves to the right, and Tariu, who's not, he's not bad, but he's not the greatest player in the world. Seems like an impact sub, the regen there. Barella and Tielemans good in the middle. But the defence, I'm not too worried about. It's the attack that you always have to be worried about with this Chelsea team. Our biggest downfall when we lost in the FA Cup semi-final was that we didn't beat their defence, and their defence is what we have to expose today. We've got a great attack, and we need to show it by scoring against this Chelsea team, but we also need our defence to stand up to these Chelsea attackers and make sure that they're not caught out on the break when we are attacking, and that they don't give Haaland the opportunities that he will definitely finish. But 20 minutes in, we're looking good. Cesal with a long throw, cleared out by Woba, but only to Bellingham. He's in a good spot. He finds Esposito, and he's back to goal, but Fatty just puts that one a little bit wide of that far post, but a good start there, nearly creating a chance. They've got a free kick though. Tielemans whips it to the back stick, and Onana managed to get across and just tip that one round. We should have the freshness advantage here as well, because obviously Chelsea would have put out a full strength team against Man City, and we put out a rotated 11 against Southampton and still won 5-0. So I'm expecting, you can see we're 10% up on the Chelsea team. As the game goes on, we really need to just bring home that advantage. But they're on the counter-attack from our corner. We have conceded a few goals from our own corners this season, and Sancho luckily hits that one straight at Onana. But there's a foul there on Esposito by Tielemans. Greenwood with a free kick. He's very good with these. It's saved, but Esposito off the post, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Greenwood is very good from free kicks. He scored a few for us already, but this time not able to do it. And Ruben Dias has flown in two-footed. That's an obvious red card. And when this game was looking so good for us, I don't understand why he would go and do something like that. We're going to have to sacrifice a striker and bring on probably Lorenzo in the centre-back position. But what a stupid thing to do. We've got a corner. Fati puts it in. Comes out to Tielemans. Now Demiral looking for Haaland or for Tamaru. Now it's Fati cutting across the defence. He's still going, and he's put that over the top. He does have that individual bit of magic, and cutting in on that inside forward roll out on the left, he can sort of make up for a missing false nine. It's not the worst thing in the world to sacrifice your false nine when you've still got an advanced forward up there. You're basically just moving to a 4-2-3. But it is a real big challenge having one less player, and that probably just counts for the fitness advantage. Now Fati's got a knock, and while he's not carrying anything, I don't really want him playing on a knock, given we've got Roma up next, and this game isn't a straight knockout. We can lose this and still be in charge of the title race. So this isn't the end of the world if we do slip up a little bit here, but we need to hope that we don't. We're into the last 15 minutes with 10 men away from home against our title rivals. Sancho back to Woba, comes to Barella. Neres cuts it out. Havertz back to Tielemans. Now to Mori out on the right flank, puts it in. Sancho to Body, and it's just gone over the top there. Very good work up from Chelsea, but not able to put the finish on it. And we are just about coming to the end of this game. I'm going to demand a little bit more from the team for the last few minutes. Just make sure that they're paying attention, because Donnarumma playing the ball out now to Demiral. It's come to Tielemans. Played out wide to Sancho. He's cutting in from that left flank. Daniel with a good tackle. It's whipped in though, and there it is. Federico Chiesa has broken our defence, and we've got a job to do now. We need to somehow try and get a goal. It was Sancho with it, and the tackle from Daniel was good, but Woba first time ball, it's beautiful. And Chiesa coming in on that right side. He is a really good player, and he's found the finish, finally breaking our defence. And I think we're probably out of time on this one with 10 men trying to get a goal. I don't think it's going to happen. And indeed, Chelsea have beaten us for the third time in a row. A lot of that, I think, is going to fall on Ruben Dias. That was really, really frustrating that he went in for a two-footed tackle like that in a place where he had no need to do it. I have no understanding of why he would make a decision like that. But it does mean we've now lost 3 of the last 4 games going into the most crucial part of the season, so we need to buck up our ideas a little bit and make sure that we turn up to this game away from home against Roma and get a victory. Well, quite a few changes to the team for this game against Roma. We're going to play with Butman in that advanced forward role alongside Esposito. Part of that is that Xerxes is unregistered for the Champions League. Then it's Fati and David Neres out on the wings, with Kettner joining Daniel in the central midfield. And then we have Gonçalves, Diaz, Lorenzo and Cazal in defence, with Onana in goal. Few players missing today. Ambere's still out injured. Bernard's still out injured. Bernard's out for about 5 weeks, probably going to miss the season. Same for Ambere, really. Harry Kane's still working back, 5 days until he's fully back, so he might get a little run in some of the league games to the end of the season. But this game is all about getting those away goals, getting the win, and hopefully shutting out Roma, because otherwise I think, given the position we left ourselves in the league after losing to Chelsea, we might need to keep a close eye on the end to the Premier League season. because it is going to be very close. At the moment, Man City 2 points clear of us at the top, but we have that game in hand. We do have a match against Liverpool to come as well, so it's going to be really, really tight at the end of this season. And ball over the top there, well taken by Onana. He needed to come and claim that. Ruben Dias, the sort of enemy of our own team in that last game, tried to bring the ball forward there. Cristante to Diawara, back to Mancini. Tackled by Esposito, he's in behind, and it's hit straight at Pau Lopez, and Esposito should be doing better in that position one-on-one. He's not been scoring lately, Esposito, so he needs to break that duck in this game. Pellegrini's corner, and it's in from Gianluca Mancini. It's such a basic goal that they've gone and scored there. You've got to give them the props for, getting the corner right, but Mancini had 5 Spurs players and a goalkeeper around him, and yet seemed to get an easy low lift header into that back of the net. And Mendy now plays it in behind for Martinelli. Lorenzo with a good cut out. David Neres trying to launch a counter attack. He cuts to the middle. He's got men over there and he's giving the ball away, and Diawara now plays in Martinelli. A rapid counter, and that effort goes wide of the post, but Martinelli really causing us problems down that left flank, and we need to sort this out. The team are not playing well right now. Just demand a little bit more from them. Lorenzo plays it forward, but it's given away. Now Pellegrini into Cristante, and we could be absolutely humbled by this Roma team as Klosterman brings it into Zaniolo, and it's good save from Onana. Zaniolo, one of those youngsters that I do quite often sign in Football Manager, but not this time. Pellegrini puts the ball in from another set piece. We managed to get away. Esposito clears it out, but it's come all the way back to Klosterman for Roma. Mancini plays it in behind for Zaniolo again, and Onana once more called into action because the team are just not turning up today. This could be another really damaging big defeat for us if we don't sort this out soon. Diawara plays it across, and there is Cristante tackled, but still keeps the ball. It's not good enough. There's not enough desire in the team. We do finally win it back, and now we counter Esposito. Nothing coming from that, but at least we managed to win the ball back. But again, Roma coming out of us. Moise Kean now running forward. Plays it over the top. Martinelli in behind, beats the defender off the post, and we clear it away. But this is an absolute shambles from the team. I have no idea what's going on out here, but they are not playing well whatsoever. Cesar with the throw-in towards Butman. It's headed on, and Esposito is there. And out of just a long throw that does happen quite often in this game, Esposito gets his 17th goal of the season. Good header by Butman. Managed to win that. And Esposito with a little touch past the goalkeeper, who could do absolutely nothing about it. So it's now 1-1, but most importantly, we have got the away goal as we head in at half-time at 1-1. Corner though, quickly David Neres puts it in, and Lorenzo has done it. It's 2-1 just before half-time. What an absolutely excellent turnaround by the team just before we go in at the half-time whistle. Seconds before, Neres into Lorenzo. That header beats the keeper at the near post. There was a defender there, but he wasn't able to do anything about it, and we've made it 2-1, and crucially we have 2 very good away goals in this Champions League tie, which is absolutely massive for us. If we can get another couple and see this game out by a few goals, I think we can be fairly confident that we will be going through. This is a dangerous Roma team though, and Mendy on the attack goes for it, but Onana, who's been very good today, he's been our sort of shining light really, has done well. Cesar puts it in, Esposito heads it on, Neres back in, it's cleared away, Mendy out, but only as far as Daniel. He takes it down the right flank himself, into Neres. Now Cesar whips it in, it's cleared away again. Diawara loses it to Kenner, but they've still kept the ball. Now Leandro Donizete attacking down the right flank. It's come to Klosterman. Ball over to Pellegrini. Martinelli down to Moise Kean in the area. And Onana again having probably his best game, certainly since I've been manager. Absolutely turning up for us today. He was dropped for that game against Southampton. I don't know if this is well, not dropped, but rested for that game against Southampton. I don't know if this is some sort of reaction as he comes out to claim the ball once more. But he is on an 8.0 rating right now, Onana, which, given he's conceded a goal, is fantastic as Thomas puts this one in. Pellegrini over the top there. I've demanded a little bit more because we do seem to be under pressure quite a bit at the moment, which I don't fully understand why the team are allowing that to happen. But I'm just going to change things around a little bit. Maybe bring Mason Greenwood on for a bit. Take Daniel off, bring Jude Bellingham in as well. And just see if we can get control of this game as Neres whips it in. And it's gone in. He's offside, is he? Surely he's offside there. He is. Ruben Dias thought he'd got that third goal that we're after. But unfortunately he was offside. The whole team was offside. High defensive line. Playing the offside trap. And they've hit the woodwork again, Roma. This just isn't their day right now. As Donizete plays it forward to Pau Lopez. Mendy attacking down the left flank but can't quite get it to go. Here's Klosterman into Moise Kean. What can they do? He's running through and Onana with another stop for us. Onana desperately defending on behalf of his pretty inept team right now as Donizete comes in. Klosterman with it, whips it across and Moise Kean off the post again. Lorenzo gets it away. And this could have been such a different scoreline today. I don't know what is happening out there. But somehow we're still in the lead as Onana takes control of his area again with that catch. He's been absolutely phenomenal. He must be man of the match at the end of this game. I think he will be. He's got an 8.1 above everybody else. Sazao to Butman. Ball played across to Lorenzo. Goes all the way back. There's Onana. Out to Ruben Dias. Can we sneak a third? That's the question. Bellingham building the play up. Finds David Neres who cuts inside. Spins the defender inside out. And his effort drilled at Pau Lopez. But he's able to just tip it over the top. And now Neres puts it in. Comes out to Jude Bellingham again. And his effort is just over the top there. It would have been an absolutely excellent goal if it had gone in. But it does just go over the bar. Here's Klosterman. So ball's worked back to Mancini over the top and Thomas has got in, but it's another save by Onana. The flag goes up anyway, but Onana refusing to be beaten for a second time. Gonçalves plays the ball over the top. It's cleared forward and Martinelli's managed to get through. He finds Moise Kean. Diaz throwing himself in, has got an injury I think. We're still throwing ourselves in, but Martinelli continues. It comes again. Kean over the top. Ruben Dias is on his arse. He's got a knock. I'm just going to let him play it out because he's banned for a few games anyway, so it's not going to matter much in the context of the league. And we have somehow managed to win this game. That was absolutely special from the team to get that with 2 away goals as well. A wonderful 7-minute turnaround in the first half. Now Esposito's out for a week. Diaz is out for a couple of days. That's going to be a little bit tricky because up next we have Bournemouth in the league and then Roma in the Champions League. But I think I'm probably going to play this one by ear and we could have a pretty random start to the next episode with the Champions League semi-final. Or I could do Champions League semi-final and Liverpool and then we can have the end of the season because it's so tight in the league right now. We're 2 points behind but with a game in hand. Chelsea level on points with us. It could go any way this league campaign, so maybe we should pick up with the next game against Roma but play the Bournemouth one in the meantime. So do drop a like down below if you enjoyed that emphatic Onana performance. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel, but until next time, see ya.